Now if we compare the characteristics, you can say the work function. Here you have your metal, you have oxide, and you have semiconductor. These are the metal work functions. You can say this is energy at the vacuum level, right? Now for metal, when you see EFM is nothing but the Fermi energy level for metal. That is, this much energy is required for a metal, or you can say an electron in metal, to move into conduction band, or you can say for conduction of the current you require to cross this much of energy, that is Q into phi m. That is called as metal work function. Charge multiplied by the work function is the total energy required for an electron to move into the conducting state. Whereas when you come to the oxide level, you can say EC is the conduction band energy level for conduction band, then EV is the conduction level energy for valence band. And what you can see in oxide, the energy band gap is very large, hence it acts as an insulator. Since the difference between valence band and conduction band, the level of the energy difference is very large, we can call it as an insulator. We come to know about the metal ka work function and oxide work function. What you can say, in metal the distance is very less, whereas in oxide the distance between conduction band and valence band is very large, that is large band gap energy, so it is an insulator. Now coming to the semiconductor. Now what you can see, you have conduction band, you have valence band. The distance between conduction band and valence band in case of semiconductor is less as compared to the oxide, right? Now what you can say from this, to start with, from conduction band to move into vacuum, the energy required is Q into X. Now in order to move into vacuum, that is for pure conduction, the energy required is Q into X. Now EI is the intrinsic layer, and this type is a p-type semiconductor, where your intrinsic level is above the Fermi level, then EV is the vacuum level. Now the energy required to move from Fermi level to the vacuum is Q into phi s, that is semiconductor work function. The electrons below the Fermi level are the electrons for conduction and not above the Fermi level, so the energy required for the electrons to move from the Fermi level to the vacuum is Q into phi s, that is the work function. Charge multiplied by the work function will be the amount of energy required to move electrons from the Fermi level to the vacuum. Now this distance from the vacuum to the intrinsic semiconductor is called as barrier height. The amount of energy required to move an electron from intrinsic semiconductor to the vacuum is the barrier height. And finally the Fermi work function, that is the energy required to move from the Fermi energy level to the intrinsic level, is called as Fermi work function, given by Q into 5F. Now as you know the notations, explain you the thing. EFS is the energy at the Fermi level for semiconductor, EFM is the Fermi level energy for the metal, EC is conduction band energy, EV is the valence band energy, and EI is the energy at the intrinsic level. So this is the basic for the MOS capacitor. What you can say, in metals there is no conduction or valence band. If you look here, there is no conduction or valence band. Over here in semiconductor, you can say Fermi level is the level below which electrons are available and above which there is no free electron available for conduction. Now what is this E vacuum? It is emission can take place at lower temperature in vacuum. So we are measuring all the energy levels with respect to vacuum. That is, this is considered as the reference level, because emission can take place at lower temperatures in vacuum, right? Now if the Fermi energy levels of the metal and the semiconductor are aligned, that means over here EFM and EFS are aligned, then that condition is called as equilibrium condition, and the diagram will look like this. You can say the Fermi level in the metal and the Fermi level in the semiconductor are in a same line. This is just for the representation, and say it is aligned over here. Now again, metal, oxide, semiconductor, you have valence band, you have energy with respect to which we are measuring, that is energy of the vacuum, and you can say phi m equals to phi s, that is metal work function and semiconductor work function both are the same. This is the condition. Now what is phi m and phi s? As I have told you, energy required to move in the vacuum. Similarly you have q into phi s, that means when you are aligning this level and EF, you can say this layer and this layer, that means you are making q into phi s and q into phi m to be the same, that is q phi m equals to q phi s, that is phi m equals to phi s. That is the condition.